side lanes. And when you have this type of a lane as TA, it's just going to be recovery mode.
Well, here's that spot where you're able to play forward as the Tide and the Lion. GH is going to get himself back to tower. Ghost, ooh, the Fairy Fire. What's he got left? No waveform, no range to chase out Tims. Close on both sides.
Yeah, trading a lot of HP there, but nobody really falling a casualty in this war. And GH gets a nice pull on the Vul camp, so he can get several denies. Up top lane, we haven't really talked about it at all so far. With the cool Queen Imperia Vengeful Spirit going on here. Noob, we'll see what you can do with the Vengeful. 10-0 for last hit.
A very large chicken. Clucking away up there. And the build on this Vengeful Spirit, like we used to see Aghanim Scepter as the offlane Venge build. Is that same story?
Should be. Yeah, Aghanim Scepter changes how you can play the game entirely. Ooh, they're going on DK and Tinker with the laser.
He does. Yamage and Noob, quite a bit of damage onto Jackie there, but once the robots are down, the laser is used. Nice.
Yeah. Laser is a fantastic counter to this lane. Obviously, they're entirely on their right clicks, so taking away one hero's ability to click for a while is always going to be great for saving.
And he got his hands on the Lotus as well. Across the board, though, 3 green cores at the top of the last hit board.
Yeah, feeling pretty happy about themselves. I mean, mid lane being the big lane to talk about, the sniper just kind of dominating the TA as is expected, I should say. But he's going very, very deep on the tower again. Sumail definitely wanting to put the pressure on this TA, who doesn't have boots yet, and Sniper does. So Armel has to be very cautious not to get too close.
Yeah, it's not a comfortable time. We used to see snipers a lot stacking like the camps near them. Is that something Sniper can still do?
Yeah, you definitely can stack up and focus on that. He does have the ghillie suit, so it's gonna be nice farming.
I guess the extended or the normal duration shrapnel, not the quick scatter shot one.
Yeah, it's funny that you take this facet almost just to have this shrapnel. You don't really take it for the, oh, they can't see you when you take aim. Like, that's hardly ever relevant.
You don't take it for the positive effect, you take it for the not negative effect.
Exactly, yeah. He did have the other facet hovered for quite a while during the start of the game. I'm happy he didn't go for it, because while it can find more kills, I think in this particular lane, against melee heroes, you want to have the long duration shrapnel. And TA is basically melee.
Basically, yeah. Some lane pulling by Yamich. Janwell is going to drag the Centaur across, but even the stomp, the Dire Creeps don't care. They do not go into this camp. They're not allowed. And they are chasing Tims down south. Ghost and GH get in on top of the Lion and the Tide. It's just regen battle. No real kill threat. Just putting themselves in a position now where they can maybe back up and pull.
Yeah, a lot of consumables being used. No real permanent lifesteal for the Morphling yet, but the Tide does have his Morbid Mask, so he's starting to heal up off those creeps. Try and get that sustainability going in lane.
And at some point, you've been talking about this Sniper being out of position. That's going to elicit a reaction from Tims. Lion's going to move out. ET's going to react. I mean, hell, minute 6 is coming up. I'm kind of surprised we don't already see some movement into that mid lane for the active rune.
I mean, Tusk is here. He's looking for it. He's trying to wrap around. He has been spotted by a TA trap right now. It's close enough.
They scan it.
Good scene, I think. Or
They
maybe
know it's there.
Spotted. It's very close.
You know someone's around. So Invis there for Yamich. And now we do see the movement of the Tinker coming in towards mid as Armel's tower is starting to take a bit of a beating.
Yeah, Tinker actually finds the Tusk because he sees the aura, the tag team aura around him. Minus tag speed.
I was wondering if Tims is going to make a move. Lion's still down bottom with a Tide. Ghost playing very tight by his tier 1 tower. So they've kind of just left Armel and Janwell to try and defend this tier 1 against Nigma, who are diving the tower now. Yamich makes a move on his own without his team, giving Armel first blood. ET wasn't there, Sniper wasn't ready. Yamich thought it's time to go, but it really wasn't.
Yeah, Yamich a little bit too aggressive there, as he already saw the Tinker moving towards mid as well. I would have thought that they, think better of that gank, because he was sitting right behind the TA. They go on the tower, try to go on TA, and obviously it's a very difficult kill.
It's very clear miscommunication there. GH going to make a move for the Wisdom Shrine. Tim's and Jabs both in the vicinity though. And GH, what's he going to do? Try and Spirit and Slap and get a couple of whacks under Tim's. Nearly just takes him down. Ghost will get the job done. Turns into Tide with a Gush. They get the kill on him as well.
Ooh, you know what happened there? They got deconstructed is what happened. The facet on Elder Titan. You don't want to stand next to this guy for a long time. They had -10 armor from the deconstruction. So the longer you stand next to him, it drains magic resistance and armor away.
And up at top, tag team with Avenge damage. Jackie Boy going to get snowballed on, and this noob Ven just keeps on going. They give away first blood, but then a quick turn in pace gets Nigma Galaxy a good couple of kills in these side lanes.
Yeah, good moves back to silence. I think that's a smart choice as well. The sniper is completely fine on his own. Power rune spawns. It's gonna be the bottom shield rune. Probably not gonna be super impactful other than allowing Sumail to be even more aggressive than he's already been. Top tower nearly falling to Yamich just hitting it. Heroes are coming in now, looking for the Venge.
Start off with a stun. Armel with that minus armor and plenty of damage to take down Noob. And now Yamich, he's been left to his own devices here, trying to delay his death so they can come in with a sniper for a nice grab on Tim's. Yamich will finally fall to that breathe fire. Another Jackie.
Yeah, good rotation by Sumail at least, making it so that they get one kill at least for the Tusk dying. I think maybe Tusk could run north and just got on away, but more gold towards your sniper is a great thing to get early on in a game like this.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where you very much have to like compartmentalize it, right? Venge was dead, and then it's a case of Tusk is dying, rotate into that with Sniper. You can't save the Venge, you can't save the Tusk, but you get the trade-out kill.
Yeah, it's also like all the abilities were already used to get the kill, right? So Sniper is very safe making that move. Now they're on to the DK. Damage is continuous.
Oh, wow. Not respecting this female Sniper who stuck around. Now bringing numbers to try and fight back. Yamich snowballs to the creeps, already tagged up by the Melt Strike, and that, with the Gush, makes short work of the Tusk.
It's a massive move up top, though. Boom, concentrating all their heroes up to the top lane. Do not want to lose this tower, but this gives time for Nigma Galaxy to play the lanes. They're sitting on every lane. TA now, TPing down bottom, but I'm not sure how happy he's going to be against Ghost Morphling. Ghost could even turn into a TA, and if he wants to put some pressure onto the tower, steal that refraction and start going to work.
It's incredible how someone's game can change so drastically in a couple of minutes, though. This Templar Assassin who was being dumpstered by Sniper in lane for the first, 5-6 minutes of the game? 4 minutes later, she's dead even in net worth.
Yeah, I mean, big part is that TA farms camps extremely fast in jungle, but she has also found these good rotations. But yeah, he's starting to tap into the Ancient. This is kind of what you need to do. And also, he was given one free kill by the Tusk diving tower after seeing the Tinker mid.
Yeah.
That was a freebie that definitely helped her out a lot. So she has Dragonlance now. Let's see if it's going to be Blink Dagger next item, or if he's going to go for something more passive. I do like the Dragonlance into Blink builds. Activate early with a Blink Lion as well, when he has it.
Trying to hold out in his middle lane currently. Snowball with a shrapnel over the top. Reaction is here from Boom, though, with both Tinker and Lion protecting Armel, but the Sniper's damage from range is unstoppable at this portion of the game. No way to get on top of Sumail, so he just sits there plinking away at people.
Very difficult to move when Tusk rolls in on you, keeps you in place, and then the headshot plus shrapnel, you basically get immobilized. The heal from the Tinker Marcher machines was not enough. And sadly, they didn't really have TPs ready. After making their previous moves, Tide couldn't join mid as well. So tower goes down. Finally, mid tower is opened up. Top tower already being removed. And that bottom tower for Boom might be in danger if they do decide to swing over a Sniper. Pair up some heroes.
Yeah, we can see on the map, Boom filtering back towards their base, feeling a little bit uncomfortable with the pretty vast open space that Nigma Galaxy has. Right, you look at that line drawn up top. ET knows exactly where the DK is, farming out that outer ring. But that top jungle where Dire does have a little bit of vision is still very scary to play to. So the only safe spot is the kind of right-hand side, the Ancients over there near the outpost, which Nigma Galaxy could quite easily smoke and contest.
Yeah, right now, I think Boom, they want to play a little bit towards their item timings and farm up, but this gives a lot of possibilities for Enigma lineup if they want to make moves. The Arcane Rune on Tusk, just running around, checking the jungle.
Radiant are scanning.
They scan the DK, they're like, is he there? Yeah, okay, he's there. And that just confirms that DK is not making a move. They were perhaps concerned that DK would go for a Blink Dagger and start ganking, but this is a Maelstrom DK. So, check boys, he wants to farm up.
I'm going to try and hit some kind of critical mass and synchronize with the TA a bit better. Because if you go Blink first as DK and your TA has Dragonlance, you know, Lion and Tide nowhere near Blink, you're kind of just on your own. In a game like this where Nigma Galaxy have had that laning stage advantage.
Yeah, you also end up with a situation where you might not have enough damage to kill the Morphling ever. And for someone who might feel like, wait, Maelstrom on DK sounds kind of weird, but it is partly to counter out these high armor heroes. Not only Morphling, but Sniper also has really high armor, especially with the take aim later on, giving him 20 armor when he activates. So having magic damage from Maelstrom, maybe a Brooch, can be very useful for him.
Boom's move not paying off. Yamich well positioned there to protect the Venge as she's well on her way to the Aghanim Scepter. And Wisdom Shrines in about 30 seconds. Jab's going to get that. Left-hand side is pretty clear for Nigma Galaxy. They're very much tightening up with GH allowed to farm out the wave. Ghost tucked in behind him in that safe farm in the outer ring. And it seems like both teams pretty happy just to slow things down for the moment.
Yeah, it seems like farming is the route that we're going right now, but DK kind of looking for a chance together with his Lion, thinking if the Venge is hanging loose, but looks like it's just going to be a 1-for-1 on the Wisdom. There's a DD Rune available for either team that wants to go and scout it.
It's more like the buddy system, right? Like Lion's there protecting DK. If they see an opportunity, they can, but their main goal is just to hit creeps and farm.
I like Nigma's positioning right now, though. This is pre-Tormentor. They know that Tormentor is an important objective. They're grouping up. And we also see the same from Boom. They're smoking over the TA and the Lion. Probably going to run into a Tide, bring him into a smoke. And Dragon Knight should probably have to TP and join this one. Tormentor is a massive fight to fight for.
Nobody gets the double damage. Not yet, anyway.
And he's still farming.
Is Venge ready to join yet?
I mean, she isn't. She's 700 gold away from her item. Doesn't have
She might have to.
Yeah, she needs to join this fight. This is where Tide is amazing to have, though. That Ravage is fantastic for these big fights. And even TA traps.
Yeah.
Securing the area.
Yeah, they de-ward sentries or observer wards, traps. A start-off gush from jabs onto Yamich. Tusk, the first point of contact here as they turn on him, ravage him, blow him up. But now Nigma Galaxy know there's no ravage, and that Earth Splitter landing onto 4 heroes with a sniper opening up with the damage from range. They've taken down Tims, and jabs will follow. Januel gone to Ghost. There's Armel and Jackie trapped in the tree line. Another sleeper, stop lands, assassinate into the big damage from Ghost. Clears out another. Yamich starts things off and dies, but a 1-for-4. Nigma Galaxy super happy because now the Tormentor's theirs.
I mean, GH just solo won that fight for them. Dear God. I mean, great bait by Yamich going in, getting the D-ward, and everyone went on him. Perhaps Boom messing up a bit there, stacking so hard. They got 4-man stomped into a massive Earth Splitter on 4 heroes. And they waited. They didn't wake them up during the stomp. He said, wait, guys, let my ulti hit them. That was beautiful damage coming out.
Why did Boom give up the high ground? Like, you know, it's a bit of a meme, you know, I have the high ground Anakin, etc. But like, literally, high ground is better than low ground. But Boom, they came in, they warded, they got positioning, and then they went low ground again, giving Nigma Galaxy the chance to go and take the high ground from them.
I think a lot of it is that they were scared to just stand on the high ground with the Tormentor next to them, and also with the Venge swap potential, right? So if you stand on the Tormentor area, you could get swapped out, and you also take damage just for being next to a Torm. So it's kind of painful to stand there in the standoff scenarios, since there's like this passive damage coming in, and any ability that gets thrown in, like a shrapnel hitting the heroes plus the Torm would just kind of melt you. So yeah, just great great fight by Nigma, using their heroes in a smart way, baiting and then punishing.
And then from Tormentor to Roshan, Nigma Galaxy firmly in control of this one. 10k lead. A 10k net worth Morphling. Sniper not too far behind him. And boom. We've been talking about how they've been comfortable kind of sitting back and farming, hitting their item timings. Now they're starting to lag behind, and the timings are passing them by.
Yeah, looks like they have this farming lineup that's gonna suffer exactly from this. You lose the first Tormentor fight, you lose the Roche, and now you're kind of lacking ability to make moves, right? Tinker is not great for ganking. Tide is good for fighting, but he has long cooldown on that Ravage. And DK is pretty damn greedy. So yeah, it's becoming a bit difficult. And all of it comes down to a simple thing. Laning stage, right? The early game was really, really good coming out from Nigma, and then they pivoted from that into getting more.
Snowballing and snowballing. And now Noob has his Aghanim Scepter, of course, so he's going to be able to play much more forward, aggressive with the swaps. That's something that TA and DK are going to have on their mind.
Wasting no time as well, straight towards more objectives. They go for a tier 2. They do drop their bottom tier 1 tower, but those tier 1s, they're gonna fall eventually. Getting a tier 2 tower is a much bigger objective since you take away so much permanent map control for Boom.
And just plant themselves up top.
Tower is dying very slowly though, if it's only sniper hitting. Like, right now I kind of wish to see them just go in and help. There we go, Venge going in to speed up this. They realize no one is defending. Let's just get this tower down. Being eyed up a little bit bottom as he doesn't have the Aegis. Aegis were given to his sniper.
Starting to filter down here. Morphling, ET, then the Venge, then the Tusk. It very much is a swarming move or swarming moves from Nigma Galaxy. You know, playing 5-man, of course, into the Tormentor, into that 5-man fight, into Roshan, but then 5 up to top, 5 into mid and to bottom. They are not going, they are not giving any individual chances to Boom for any pickoffs. They are making sure they are a tight-knit group, and they're going to be using this advantage to push it for more tier 2s.
Yeah, and they're shoving the important lanes now to get to those towers, as you mentioned. And with a smoke, even looking for a bit of kill potential. Still have the Aegis on Sniper, of course, so he's happy to invade. And now with some TPs on cooldown, knowing you forced the enemy to TP out previously, always a good time to fight when you know the enemy are limited on ways to get out.
It feels...
There are shrapnel up there, buddy. They put a new ward. He doesn't know.
And lashing critical information. Yamich and Noob in the meantime. Ooh, not quite getting the grab on Armel, who does get the blink away just in time, but the swap is there. The vision given. Now
he's
Armel
farming.
Trying to farm the creeps, knowing he's dead. Getting a couple more last hits on his way out. But Yamich and Noob, they've got his number.
Yeah, he's just gonna drop there. Gets caught. Nice swap coming out from Noob.
Meanwhile, Jackie has died to the Morphling ET.
Crazy they actually went down there. I didn't think the DK would die, but can be a downside of this build as well. He's actually a pretty damn squishy Dragon Knights. Mjolnir, Blade of Alacrity, no bracers, you know, no upgraded stick, no nothing really, so he does die pretty easily with the ET nearby.
This just is very crisp from Nigma Galaxy. Like this has the flavor of open AI almost, you know? From that top lane move, killing a tier 2, it's like very natural for players to go and farm an additional camp, you know, get some of the outer ring, take gold away from your opponents, farm the jungle that you've just taken control of. And Nigma say no, the jungle gold isn't worth missing out on the moves we can make mid and bottom to get these core kills, to get these tower plays and push out these lanes. As they get in towards mid, and Yamich, he's lost his life, but they've allowed Sniper and Vengeful Spirit to get real good damage onto that Tidehunter. And now Boom, yes, they're inside this March of the Machines, but the 3-man sleep into the waveform forward. They're just being shredded here. Boom, dismantled one by one. Ghost and Noob on mega kill streaks. A 5-man wipe, Boomer annihilated. Yes, you kill the Venge and the Tusk, but I don't know.
He's gonna die again, isn't he?
Absolutely everything. The buyback on jabs into a dieback. The Tidehunter falls apart, gives Ghost an ultra kill, and the tips are coming out.
Yeah, I mean, that fight was again so horrendous for them. They're so stacked up, and the ET is just... I mean, GH is having the game of his life here. 2-0-11, just landing massive stomp after massive stomp, and keeping all these armors really low for his sniper who's just laying in the damage. And they're also stacked up for the shrapnel. I mean, it's not just the stomp that's concerning. The shrapnel actually hurts a lot when you cluster the fight like this. Looking at the sniper damage in the previous fight, he did 7.7k damage. That's more than all of Boom did.
I mean, we're going to have to look at the post-game stat screen and see how much damage, you know, Armel or Jackie have done the entire game. You said it was how much? 7.7k damage from Sniper?
Yeah, in one fight there.
In one fight? Right, we'll keep our eyes open for the other members on Boom.
I am concerned, actually. The Dragon Knight has not really been able to hit too much.
No, that's what I'm thinking as well. And what's that? 2 sets of racks. And Boom going to smoke up with a couple of heroes, but yeah, no Tide, no Ravage. A severe lack of information here as well, as they do lose that Observer Ward finally. But they're going to go and make a play. Jump onto the Sniper, Snowball save. Yamich there to buy some time and turn around on the DK to find Jackie. Jab's now in trouble as well, as this Melt Strike from Ghost turning into TA mode and shredding them all. Forces their GG. We knew it was coming. Boom, tap out in game 1. Nigma Galaxy, incredible draft. Super crisp play.
It worked out extremely well for them, the Nigma heroes here. They played so